The most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Hello, everybody. I wanted to come in and add some value tonight. I wanted to talk to you all tonight. What every author writer should know, what every author writer should know before writing your first book and uh, got it. Okay. Hello, everybody. How are you doing out there? Thank you all for coming in. I am here and I'm excited about sharing with you tonight. I'm going to be talking about what every writer, author should know before writing their first book and before starting your business. So go ahead and tell me where you are coming in from. Now, tonight's live is going to be like a teaching live. It's going to be like a teaching live, okay? So you might want to just pull up a chair and get ready because I'm going to teach in what I'm going to be sharing because I really want to help some people out here who are perhaps writing your first book or getting started in the business, and you are looking to you're looking to um, great job. Uh, what's going on here now? The people over here at Restream, their support team is wanting me to give them a comment. Where are you chiming in from on their services? They help me get started. A little bit about me. I'm Dr. Fred Jones. As you can see up in the top right corner here, 100% of my clients over the last few years have become number one Amazon best-selling authors. This gives them international best-selling status. And with this best-selling status, I've helped those clients go out and start businesses. This is one of my clients here, Karen Alexander. Karen wrote a book, Invisible Hands, and she became a number one best-selling author. And she immediately landed a $3,800 speaking job. And she told me, she sent me an email back immediately. Actually, she sent me a text message and she said, Dr. Fred, I'm excited and I just landed a big speaking gig. And she said, as a result, I know I'm on the right track. That was Karen Alexander. This young man here, he just told me he landed his largest speaking gig ever last week from his book, Process 14 Surprisingly Simple Behaviors for Millennials to Skyrocket Their Success. He did this all in the middle of a pandemic. All in the middle of a pandemic. Folks, I could tell you a lot, but I got clients here. These are just a few of my clients. And I got a whole book truck back here. And then that's a lot of my clients' books right there on the shelves. But I started in this space in 1991 when I first heard the word intellectual property. Can I get someone to drop 1991 in the comment box? Go ahead and do that. 1991 in the comment box. And some of you over on Periscope, I want you to go ahead and invite your followers. What I want to do on Periscope is I want to share this. I want to share this over from Periscope. I want to share it over to LinkedIn. Okay, so here we go, right here. And I want to share it over to LinkedIn. And then I want you all over there to invite your followers. And then we're going to jump off into this live content. We're going to jump off into this. Okay, got it. All right. So tell me where you're coming in from. And I'm going to give you a checklist of mistakes that people are making. I'm going to give you a checklist of mistakes that authors are making. And I don't want you to make those mistakes. So let's get started. Okay. So you're ready to write a book. Now, by the way, this is not for everybody. I started in 91, wrote my first book in 2003, published a book in 2006, became a multiple best-selling author in 2015, matched my salary in that year, matched my salary again in 2016. And at the beginning of 2017, I walked away from a full-time tenured professorship to be a full-time entrepreneur, writer, speaker, coach. That's what I do now. That's what I've been doing, and that's what I will continue to do. okay, for a long time. And that's what I'm helping other people do as well, okay? As a matter of fact, this young lady right here, she wrote her book and walked away from her teaching job. She had a teaching job as a teacher. She was teaching middle school, I believe middle school kids or something of that age over in Houston, Texas. She walked away from that and has become a full-time, she's out working and doing her career all based on a best-selling book. Okay, so you are officially an entrepreneur. You're ready to do the entrepreneur thing. You're like, wait a minute, my job been played out. COVID has been bad for us. I got to do something different. The number one mistake that many authors make out here is they don't keep control. Okay, go ahead and put it in the comment box, put it in the chat box, control. They don't keep control of their work. Okay, they got a business, they got a great idea, and they go to a friend, they go to a colleague, they go to a coach, they go to somebody, and they don't keep control. Okay, that's a major problem, a lack of control. What every writer, author should know before you publish your first book and before you start your business, they lose control of their work. Are you ready for number two? Number two, they get caught up in scams, or they pay and hire the wrong coach. Just put scams. They get caught up in scams. And when I say a scam, they hire a cheap coach, or they hire an incompetent coach, or they don't hire a coach at all. Okay. Now, Bill Gates said one of the most important things you could ever do is hire a coach. Okay. So here's a mistake that many writers and authors make. Number one mistake they make is they don't keep control of their work. Number two, they get caught up in scams, or they hire a cheap coach, or they hire a coach that is incompetent. They don't hire somebody who knows the legal aspects of a book. They don't hire somebody who knows and understands copyright. They don't hire somebody who knows and understands trademark. They don't hire somebody who understands intellectual property. If you hire somebody and they don't know and understand these concepts about a book, you're not going to make it. Okay, you need a literary agent by your side helping you to man up on your property. You need that. Okay, Dr. Brenda Stratton. Dr. Brenda Stratton, she wanted to get her book written, and Dr. Brenda Stratton wanted her copyright protection. She had written her book, published it through some publishing company. They had control of her intellectual property, and she had no way of changing the title or changing the cover or changing anything on her book. And she came to me and she's like, I need help. I need control of my book. And we had to write the previous publishing company, ask them to release her manuscript, to release her cover, to release her all of her materials for her book. And then we had to republish her book. And I republished it, put it in the name of her publishing company, and then we republished her book, and she became a bestseller, and she's one of my clients to this day because she wanted to control her copyright. She wanted to avoid scams, okay? You're getting scammed if you pay somebody to be your publisher and you think you are self-publishing. You're not self-publishing, you're getting scammed, okay? And that's a problem out here because a lot of people are in the space saying that they are book coaches, and but they are putting themselves in positions over your material, okay? Are you ready for another one? Number 3, oftentimes first-time book writers and first-time coaches, they don't maximize their tax liabilities. They don't maximize their tax deductions. Okay, if you don't maximize your tax deductions, you're gonna find yourself paying a lot of money. Okay, paying a lot of money. Ask me, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, made the mistakes myself, and still am overcoming them, but I don't plan to be there long. The beauty about this is if you're out here and you got tax issues, then you obviously are making money. The only reason why you got tax issues is that you are making money. Okay? All right. Are you ready for another mistake? Now, I'm going down a checklist of mistakes that authors make out here on these internet streets, up and down around this World Wide Web, going in and out of these social media dugouts, and dealing with all these people out here, these beautiful people who say they are entrepreneurs and they want to write and publish books. The next one is authors, they don't see the big picture. Okay, let's just talk about it. They don't see the big picture. You need to work with somebody who's going to show you the big picture. Hello, Lorraine Jones Whitfield. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. They don't see the big picture. And if they don't see the big picture, then they're going to focus on the wrong thing. They're going to focus on maybe the cover of their book. They're going to focus on maybe the title of their book. They're not going to focus on what their writers are going to get. You got to focus on what the reader is going to get. You got to focus on how you're going to help your readers. Hello, my friends over on Periscope, and then hello, all of you over on Facebook. Okay, go ahead and chime in on the comment boxes if you feel that if you see. Hello there, Lorraine Jones Whitfield. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that comment. They don't see the big picture. And when they don't see the big picture, then we'll get caught up in the weeds and we'll get caught up in trying to look at something that is not going to serve us. When writing a book, you want to be focused on what the reader is going to get. You may be the subject of your book, but your audience is the verb. Are you ready for number two? The next one? The next mistake that writers make and authors make is they treat publishing like a hobby. They treat this thing like it's a hobby. They don't approach it as a business. They don't invest in it like it's a business. They don't handle their affairs like it's a business. And as a result, they don't get the results of a business. If you should run your small business like a big business so that you can get paid like a big business. You follow what I'm saying? So your book is a business, my friend. It's an investment if you're doing it to generate revenue. Okay, so oftentimes writers and authors don't see the big picture. They treat this thing like it's a hobby, and I'm here to tell you that that's not going to work out well for you. Okay, it's not going to work out well for you. Now, another challenge that you face. Am I helping anybody tonight? Am I helping anybody tonight? Another challenge that writers and authors face when they're writing their first book is they get overwhelmed. Okay. Hello, got more over on Periscope. They get overwhelmed. Go ahead and put that in the comment box. Overwhelmed. They're trying to figure out the editing. They're trying to figure out the formatting. They're trying to figure out the design. They're trying to figure out the ISBN number. They're trying to, yes. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Lorraine Jones Whitfield. They're trying to figure it all out. Okay. They're trying to figure it all out, and they try to figure it all out on their own. They get overwhelmed. That is correct, ma'am. They get overwhelmed. And when you get overwhelmed, some people just shut down. What do you do when you get overwhelmed, Miss Jones? Lorraine Jones Whitfield, what do you do when you get overwhelmed? Talk to me. Put it in the comment box. I'm going to put it up on the screen when you tell me what you do when you get overwhelmed. Okay, so number one, they don't see the big picture. Number two, they treat publishing like a hobby. And number three, they get overwhelmed. They get overwhelmed. Okay. Okay, you shut down. You see, she says she shut down. Okay, so let me show you how you avoid overwhelm. I want to show you how you can avoid overwhelm. When you are properly guided, when you are guided through this process with someone who knows what they're doing and been there a lot of times, and they're taking you step by step, and they are commending you along the way, then you won't get overwhelmed. You'll feel like, ooh, excitement, and you'll be like, oh, this is excitement. Okay, this is you will move along excited about this process. Okay, yeah, you will move along and you'll be excited about the process. That's what will happen when you are properly guided. When you are properly guided. Thank you, Danielle Rivera. Thanks for giving back and teaching us this advice. Okay, you are more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Okay, here's another mistake that authors make. They believe that passion is all that it takes. Okay, come on, somebody. Put it in the comment box. It takes more than passion. A lot of people say, I'm going to do my passion. I'm going to do my passion. It takes more than passion to write a book. You got to have a subject. You got to have a verb. You got to create a paragraph. You got to create content. You got to get it edited. It's got to flow. It needs to make sense. You can't go out and just say, I'm going to do my passion. It won't, it's going to take more than passion. Okay. It's going to take more than passion. All right. Okay. Yeah. It takes more than passion. All right. Now. Okay. Lorraine Jones Whitfield. Are you ready for a good one? Okay. Here's another one. Authors and writers who are wanting to do their first book, oftentimes they get distracted. Okay. Put the word distracted in there. They get distracted. Okay. So I want to tell you what distractions are. Okay. Distractions are the death of your dreams happening in slow motion. Did you hear what I said? Distractions are the death of your dreams happening in slow motion. Okay. When people become distracted, they just lose sight of it all. They lose sight of it all. It ain't happening for them. You see what I'm saying? It's not happening for people who get distracted. Okay. Now, okay, when they get distracted, it's the death of your dreams happening in slow motion. Okay. So a lot of times people say, I'm writing a book, but guess what? They never finish the book. Yeah. You know why they don't finish the book? They don't finish the book because they get distracted. Distractions are the death of your dreams happening in slow motion. There it is right there, sir. There it is. Distraction. They off like, and they go to chasing rabbits and everything, and that doesn't work, okay? Distractions are the death of your dreams happening in slow motion. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for posting that comment up there. Okay, are you ready for another one? Writers and first-time authors oftentimes get caught up with perfection. They want everything to be perfect. Well, I got a news flash for you. Your book is not going to be perfect. Okay, it's not going to be perfect. You might do a great book and you might get it out there to everybody and it might be well written, but it's not going to be perfect. There's always going to be something you're going to want to change. There's always going to be something you're going to want to upgrade. There's always going to be something you're going to want to fix. There's always going to be something about your book. Perfection. Okay, so now, don't tell anybody, but I want to give you guys, all right, I'm going to pull the mic close to me here. I want to tell y'all what perfection is, okay? Listen up and listen to me well. Perfection is a veiled form of pride. Perfection is a veil. It's a covering for the writer's pride. So often writers and first-time authors feel so prideful and so protective of their work, they feel like they can't let anybody touch it. Okay? Perfection is a veiled, a covered form of pride. Perfection is pride in hiding. Okay. See, so don't get caught up in that. If you get caught, perfection is a veiled. It's a veiled. How you spell that veiled? I'm trying to figure out how to spell veiled. Perfection is a VEIALED, veil. How you know the veil? How do you spell the veil when something is covered? The veil, is it VEIL? Is a veiled form of pride. Is that it? Yeah, perfection is pride in hiding. That's a better way of putting it, ma'am. That's a better way of putting it. Veiled. Okay, I think that'll work right there. Perfection is a veiled form of pride. Okay, I think that's the way it would work. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think it is. Okay, bottom line is, if you try to do your book perfect, you're going to be stuck like Chuck and you will never finish the book. You will never finish the book if you just think you just got to have it perfect and you just got to have it perfect. Okay. So watch out for that. Okay. Watch out for perfection. All right. Can I give y'all one more? I'm going to give you one more and then I'll answer any questions you might have here tonight. One more. First-time authors and writers, they lack accountability. Okay, they lack accountability. In other words, you ain't got nobody you're accountable to. If you don't have anybody that you're accountable to, then you are not gonna finish. You're not gonna finish your book. You're not accountable. You're not accountable. Hello, Alex, over on Periscope. You don't have anybody you're accountable to. If you don't have good accountability, then you will not finish. You will not cross the finish line. Okay? You will not cross the finish line. So, folks, I wanted to come in here and talk to you tonight about what every writer, what every author should know. What every writer and what every author should know. You say, so true, no accountability. Hey, that will keep you stuck. That will keep you stuck. And you will not be able to finish. You will not be able to finish if you don't have accountability or someone to help you along the way. Okay? All right. Are there any questions from anyone tonight before I close out? Have you all gotten value from tonight's teaching? Have you all gotten value from the night teaching? Okay. Thank you, Lorraine Jones Whitfield. Thank you. So true. No accountability. That's right. No accountability. You know. Okay. You know about that, huh? Okay. All right. Okay. It's so important, folks, to have somebody to guide us along the process. So, point number one, you want to always keep control of your intellectual property. Control. Point number one. Point number two, avoid scams. Avoid scams. Scams and lawsuits. Scams, lawsuits, cheap coaching, or coaches that not qualified. I got value because all that happened to me. Wow, all that happened to you. Wow. Tell me about it, Lorraine Jones Whitfield. Tell me about it. Are you working on your second book? Tell me what's happening and that happened to you. Can you put something in the comment box? I'd like to know a little bit more about it. Okay. We don't want this to happen to anybody. So I want you all to be aware going in that it's so important to work with people who know this process, who've been around this process. She says, all of that happened to me. All of that happened to me. Can you tell me exactly maybe what happened? Just, you don't have to call any names, anybody, just a little bit more about what happened. Okay. So for instance, okay, so this is one of my clients here. This is one of my clients. He wrote a book because I didn't know any better and it was a mess. Okay. All right. But now, Lorraine, you can start all over. You can start all over and you can get it right. You can get it right. Just count that one as a valuable experience. Count that as a valuable experience. This is one of my clients here. He wrote a book. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. Okay. This is another one of my clients. She wanted to get hers right. She was determined to get this right. And as a result, she wanted me to help her, giving it all up, walk away and embrace your passion today. Dr. Shalil Smalley, phenomenal writer, phenomenal on a lot of levels, a powerful person. Okay. So folks, I wanted to just come in tonight and give you some value and just encourage you all. Okay. I can start again. I need a good coach for this one I'm doing now. Okay. Lorraine, if you're looking for a good coach and somebody, I would love to have an opportunity to work with you. So if you are looking for a good coach, I can tell you this. I don't feel that there's one better. There might be one that's good, but it's not better. STRATEGY. Okay, drfredjones.com strategy. Okay, drfredjones.com strategy. Click right there, Lorraine, and fill out that intake application, and my team will jump on a call with you tomorrow. Okay, can you do that? We would love to support you. We would love to serve you. If you'll complete that application right there, Lorraine Jones Whitfield, a Masters of Education. We'll be more than glad to help you, and we can put you on this list that's right up here in the top right corner, that 100% bestseller list. We can have you on our next list to become a best-selling author. Can we look for you? Can we look for you to complete that intake application? Okay, are there any other questions? My son helped me with the last book that I just got, but his business has got so busy, he is doing it less. He is doing it less. My son helped me with the last book that I just did, but his business has got so busy, he is doing it less. Okay, his business, his book business, is he doing books or is he doing a different business? Okay, but either way, man, we'd be more than glad to serve and support you. I want to thank all of you all for coming in. All of you all for coming in. Are there any questions in the comment box? Any questions? He's not coaching as much. Okay, got it. All right. Well, we're glad. Congratulations on getting your book done there. He does it all. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So, folks, I want to thank you all for coming in. And we pray you all had a wonderful night. And if you're looking for support around writing and publishing your book and making it a #1 bestseller out there on Amazon, then I want to encourage you to go to drfredjones.com/strategy. drfredjones.com/strategy. In the meantime, I'm going to say the most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Good night, everybody.